So let's talk about Valkyr. Um, she's got some new tricks up her sleeve since the latest update and these new arcanes. Um, one being arcane persistence. So this is the build I have for her. Don't mind the shards. I was swapping out some other frames, so these are just placeholders. Comfortable. Honestly, you could just run. You could take these off since Warcry buffs those, so you could literally run Tau Violets for all crit melee if you wanted to, and that's fine, right? So that's probably the best bet for her. Is just do 5 Tau Violet Archon shards just to boost your crit damage by an insane amount. So this is the Nourish build. I have a Roar build that I use when going to level cap. Nourish is fine though, just for basic. With persistence and Nourish, Hunter Adrenaline actually procs pretty well to self sustain you, right? Because when you're in Hysteria, you're gonna regen your health immediately on one swipe. So, and you don't need to worry about casting Eternal War again. Unless you want to build melee exposure. That's the clause I have on her right now. I also do have an influence build, right? That looks something like this. Either one is good. Influence is just very comfortable as well. If you're just running through a mission and you just want a nice spread of damage, this is when you're going into longer missions, taking down some beefier enemies that just can't take this slide attack with all of your multipliers. It's just gross. And so you could drop Eternal War because you honestly want to cast it from time and time again just to keep this going, right? Or you could just cast your one, or you know, if you're going with Nourish, just cast Nourish a couple times just to keep it up. So let's do the influence build first as a test. I have Panzer right now. Claws looking like this, and Panzer looking like this. I have a Latum with dexterity, Glaxion with dexterity, and this is nice if you just want to get some energy orbs in the beginning of a mission. Kratos for more movement speed, and yeah. Oh, and I think Grattler has two dexterity. Yeah, two dexterities. So this is what it looks like. So we'll talk more about her combos. You run around and just tap melee if you want, but her best combo is of course her sliding attack. It will. Here you go. So it's yeah, it's by and large the best damage multiplying melee attack in the game, and it does tons of damage. If you guys are around during pre-nerf Wolf, you would know what I'm talking about. Her radiation claws would shred that guy in seconds. So yeah, this is the build. I swap between raw and influence as well, and technically you can go steel charge or put another format in, slap in Archon stretch, use a sentinel with electricity, and it will always top off your energy with nourish. Or you could even drop Eternal War, put in more range for your repline if you want to zip around the place more, or more duration, or more strength, or however you feel like building her. So yeah, this has been my TED Talk for Valkyr going into 2026. And let me know what you think. Persistence is very good, and it's very hard for her to die unless you're, AFKing and you by happen to get hit with a magnetic proc that that downs you as soon as you get hit. But yeah, and you have ample energy with Arcane Battery. Of course, you could always swap this out for Bellicose or whatever you want. Arcane Fury, Arcane Strike. Put Flow, random Flow. That way you're over 500 to max out your Violet Shards. So that's the theory behind Valkyr. I know there's a lot of YouTubers making Valkyr videos. I only put the Umbral mods on here because I formatted her like years ago when these first came out. So obviously you don't have to run these now. You could do Precision Intensify to boost her 4 and put some other stuff in here. So yeah,